Hi, welcome to Yoga Tips. I'm Suzanne. Today we're going to look at Janu Sirsasana and how to become more flexible in minutes. Now we're going to be very joint friendly in this practice. So we make sure that we have a blanket or something similar underneath our hips to give us a little bit more freedom in our movement. We extend through the legs and we make sure that we have enough height so that very easily and naturally the spine and heart stay lifted and upright. Now often we just go into this pose any old way, but today we're going to take a little bit of care and get our alignment correct. Alignment is an old tool but a very useful one to create more flexibility and openness in the body. Bending the right leg, just letting the knee come up naturally and just let the knee drop out to the side. So often we pull the knee back, but if our hips aren't ready for that, it can throw the pelvis out of alignment and it can put pressure on our sacroiliac joints. So to be very sacroiliac joint friendly, we're going to keep the hips squared forward and making sure that the pubic bone turns slightly to the inner thigh. First of all, we're going to create a reference point. So all we're going to do is simply move forward into the pose, keeping some length through the spine. And we're going to take note of how far we go into the pose without any effort. How we measure this is both by the length through the spine, the proximity of the spine to the leg, and how easy it feels. So we can take an actual measurement of that. We can feel these distances and we can feel how easy it is. Then inhaling, coming up. Once you've created that reference point, we're now going to use a technique that helps us to move more organically with the natural movement of the hip. So the hip joint is a ball and socket joint, and the top of the thigh bone inserts into the hip joint and moves around that socket to create rotation in the hips. If we don't take time to gently engage that action, we can actually have the head of the femur slightly outside of the hip joint, and the body is very intelligent. It knows when it's not safe and it won't move freely. So we take time, we grab hold of the thigh firmly but not too hard, and we gently move it in towards the hip socket so that we're creating a deepening of that thigh bone into the hip socket. Then maintaining that pressure, we roll the thigh bone back behind us slightly and towards the floor. And maintaining that, we take time to create the lift in the heart and simply roll forward onto the sitting bones, maintaining the length through the spine still. And what we might find is that that distance between the leg and the spine, the ease that we've moved and the length in the spine has been maintained. And we can find that we've actually gone further into the pose without any significant effort. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, bring the knee back up. And exhale, slide through that heel to extend the leg again. And now we try the same thing on the other side. Enjoy your practice. Thank you.